All right. We're set?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Linda Higgins, Deputy Director of Customer Services with Placer County Water Agency. This year, students at Whitney High School in Rockland swept first, second, and third place woo, in the Regional Water Authority's WaterSpots video contest. The winning videos were judged by an expert panel of judges and were among 90 that were submitted by middle and high school students throughout the entire Sacramento region, including Placer, Yolo, Sacramento. So, big area. Today, we wanted to recognize those students and their teacher, Ben Barnholt. So you guys have all joined us here virtually. Thank you all for being here. And also joining us is our special guest, PCWA Board Chairman Robert Dugan, who will be conducting our interviews. So Robert, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Excellent. Well, I have to say this is a thrill. It's great to see you all virtually. Would be great to be in person, but boy, virtual is working these days, isn't it? It's funny because as a water board member, the best days are the days that nobody's thinking about us, that nobody's thinking about water because they're taking it for granted because everything's working. But as you all have learned through this process, we can't just ignore water and assume it's going to work. We have to be stewards for our citizens, for our ratepayers, and for our environment, and for the scarce resource to make sure we have plenty of it. We are thrilled that you all participated in this important program, and you got to know Linda and the team because they diligently, day to day, work to make sure we're good stewards of our resource, and that way it always works, and other people that aren't paying attention can take it for granted. So I just want to thank you all for being here and let you know how special it is for me. I was thrilled when I got the call to come participate today. So thank you very much. So with that, I'd love to jump in, and I'd love to start by asking you, Ben, to chime in just a bit. You've been a supporter of our WaterSpots for years. Your team, what you're doing to both educate students there at the school and then doing it with meaningful work like this has been tremendous. And obviously you have a really excellent track record. So why do you feel it's important that your students participate?
For several reasons, but first, Mr. Dugan and Linda and Christine, who I've worked with quite a bit, for speaking for all the students and we just want to say thank you for the opportunity. Without you guys having this contest, we wouldn't be able to make these videos and then share them with the school and then be able to share them with the public and put them out on our social media and be able to educate and tell people about the different issues and then have creative ways to show them and solve the problem. So I know it has been a couple of years that we've been doing this together, and every year we're just really thankful and excited every year that we get the prompt and get to create new content for the contest. So thank you guys so much. For all of us, we really appreciate it. And I think it's a really important issue because it's something that is a part of our community. It's a part of our state. It's a part of our region. It's a part of our city. And so we really want to make teens aware, our young audience aware of not just the issue, because I think a lot of us understand that there is the issue, but you give us good direction as to how to fix the issue. You give us good topics to be able to explain what the problems and the issues are. So that's what we're really thankful for as well, is that we're kind of led down a path where, okay, this is what we're trying to focus on this year, and let's try to show it in a way that our audience can relate to. And I'm very lucky because I feel like the students the videos that we put together this year show that.
So Linda, can I offer one more editorial based on what Ben just said? And I really want to give them kudos, and you kudos, because you get to help facilitate this every day, and our agency is well known because of the work of you and the rest of the team. But I have this saying, and I'm a little older than I think everybody on the video chat today. You can live your life, or you can live your life in a way that makes community happen, the kind of community you want to raise your kids in, right? And when you look at this, we're educating the future workforce. You guys all have skills. All 6 of you have skills. I still wish I could learn, but you're walking out of your high school with skills, right? Mad skills, right? We're serving a critical public infrastructure and public education campaign, and you're partnered with an agency that has an obligation, and you're providing us something that, you know, we probably couldn't provide just on our own without your creativity. We need the creativity of people like you. So we're hitting 3 major sectors of the community with this program. So great job, Ben. Great job, Linda. Thank you, everybody. So with that, I'll quit going on and on, because this isn't about me. This is about you. I want to turn to the winners. And we probably need to introduce the students. Ben, would you be willing to do that for us?
Sure.
If we just introduce all the students, then we'll jump in and we'll go video by video. That sound
Okay.
good, everybody?
That's good.
Sounds good.
Up first, maybe just give a little wave. The first place and grand prize winner was Arian and Karina. Arian and Karina, Arian the Red and Karina. They created the Great Google Inspector, GGI, and they'll explain that video to you in a little bit. In second place, To the Streets, was Maggie, and then Julia, right above her. Hi, Julia. Hi, Maggie. And then the judge's choice third place was Case 007, which was by Lena,
Nice.
and by Sam.
Great. Thank you for all being here. So let's start with Lena and Sam. Their video, Case 007, was the judge's choice third place winner. So I think now we're going to take a look at the video.
Tell me, what happened to the 75,000 gallons of water wasted last year?
Even though I'm the most common leak, I waste 72,000 gallons a year.
You'll never guess the places that I've been.
Oh, you think I'm dripping? Dude, seriously, I waste only 500 gallons per year.
Okay.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. No!
Aha. To catch your culprit, visit bewatersmart.info.
Nice.
Wow. Cool. That's cool. Are we all back? We are all back together. So with that, let me just ask you, Lena or Sam, or Lena and Sam, right? Can you share your process of how you came up with the idea and maybe some of the special effects? The talking toilet's pretty cool.
So our main goal, I think, was obviously to spread awareness, information about household leaks, but also we wanted to do it in an entertaining, humorous way. So we thought, what better way than to have talking toilets, talking shower heads, talking sprinkler heads. So our initial idea was to make a sort of police lineup sort of deal, but we instead decided to do a detective sort of thing, like a James Bond spin, and have interrogation videos that Sam, also the actor, would kind of go through and see the tapes that we all saw.
Great. Anything to add there, Sam?
Yeah, I think when we were talking about the writing process, we wanted to go in a more humorous direction other than like trying to go A to B with what is a leak, how can we solve it. We wanted to do like a little different path to get there. And I think the way we did it was by getting sprinkler heads in toilets and animating eyes and mouths on them and giving them a sort of attitude to make it more human-like, which I think it turned out pretty well.
I think you're right. I think you guys hit the nail on the head. That's a terrific video. All right, let's move on to the second place video. The second place video, Judge's Choice second place, is The Streets by Maggie and Julia. Let's watch.
Maggie, I can't quite figure out how the average household wastes more than 90 gallons of water per day.
Let's take our knowledge to the streets! Make sure you check your sprinkler system to avoid excess runoff.
Even a slow dripping waterhead can waste more than 1,000 gallons of water per year.
Who told you you could waste water?
Maggie, go easy on him! All you have to do is take the shower head off and clean it.
To be a better leak detective, go to bewatersmart.info.
Excellent. So let's turn to you, Maggie and Julia. So what was the thought process behind this? The whole scientists and detectives thing? Quite a clever good cop, bad cop routine there.
So I think we wanted to take like the typical cliche and add a small spin on it. So not only were there two female detectives that were good cop and bad cop, Maggie obviously being the bad one, but I think the part of us also working in the lab was like it showed a separate point because the green screen added like a great effect that you can't use when filming because we just didn't have those props. So it allowed us more dynamic like wiggle room with our video.
Maggie, anything to add?
I think with how much these videos air during our school year as we sit in there and watch them with our classmates. I'm sorry, that's my dog. We wanted one second.
We all have one.
I think what she was gonna say is we wanted to like do something new so that the kids like watching the video at our schools would have something on the screen during the morning announcements that they haven't seen before. That's obviously like the goal of every videographer in our grade or our class.
Yeah, like Sam and Lena said, we wanted to take a more like obviously like a comical like and joke, not a joking, but make it humorous and like funny for all the students to watch. And I think me and Julia, we've been friends for the past 4 years now. We really wanted to. This is one of our favorite videos to make. The past 2 years, like it's always our like this is where we get to let our creativity flow. And if we can show. I think we hit outside, we hit the bathroom, but we hit them in ways that, you know, were funny and appealing to the audience while wanting to take away the facts from it that, like you said, people take it for granted. But if we can appeal to our audience and our age and make them actually want to watch it, that they'll take away the good facts from it as well.
Got it. And that makes sense because you're right. I mean, if you don't grab their attention right away, right, and you don't hold their attention for that short spot, then the spot is great to make and fun to make, but it's not useful. I mean, this is, again, going back to that whole make community happen. Your work, all of your work on putting these together is helping create traction for us, where an older guy like me, right, doesn't understand what it takes to get there. But boy, when I see it, I know it. So those two videos are terrific. Let's move now into the first place video. And with the first place video, that would be Arian and Karina. Their video is entitled The Great Google Inspector, GGI. Roll the video.
I'm detecting a leak nearby.
There's a lot of mud around this sprinkler. This grass is unevenly watered. I'll fix it.
I'm detecting another leak. Putting food dye coloring in the tank can help test for leaks in the bowl. Aha! Visit bewatersmart.info for more clues to saving water.
Wow, so the special effects just keep getting better and better. You know, what did it take to put those graphics and special effects in there?
It really just took a lot of time to put it together because you got to like track it so it follows the way the video is moving. That's just the hardest part about it is putting in that much time. Once you actually start doing it and know how to do it, it's not so bad. Yeah.
In terms of the effects, we wanted it to also have a theme. So we didn't want exactly every effect to be like entirely different. So that's why we decided to go with like a green and blue theme, as our actor was wearing blue goggles and he was wearing blue clothes. And we thought that if it had like a green and blue theme, it would really also not just like the effects by themselves would be really cool, but the fact that it's like in its own way, its own theme. I think that would really like enhance like just showing, instead of just showing the facts of WaterSpots and how to be water smart, if we make it more like engaging and sort of like a story, then that's what would sell the point across and get people to save water.
Great. So I know we're pushing the time here. I got a couple of minutes, but I do want to ask all of you, and I would invite you all to chime in. You know, so I talked about making community happen. You know, part of this is about your education as well, as much as you're helping us educate consumers. What, for the seniors in the group, does anybody have a plan to go into this kind of filmmaking or use these skills in a career that you have your sights set on? Go ahead, Maggie.
My plan is to go into the journalism field, but depending on what happens within these next few years, I might want to take to the editing side of it. It's just because of this program and because of how much I've grown with these people in Barnholt as a teacher, it's really like set my sights as like this is something that you could use honestly in your everyday life. I mean, whether you're, an anchor on TV or you're behind the scenes doing the editing, it's just something that I've grown like such a passion for, and I can't wait to keep going with it.
Cool. Anybody else? Julia.
So, although I'm not going directly down the journalism broadcasting pathway, I'm actually going down a nursing pathway. I'm hoping to use what I learned in this class, filmmaking wise, to share the stories of the patients I'll be taking care of in the future. It's just a hope of mine to share their stories so that others can like see what they're going through and then have hope to like keep pushing through whatever struggles they might have. So, however I get to do that will be a pleasure.
Great. Anybody else?
Sorry, you want to go?
You can go.
No, you can go. You can go.
Okay.
Go ahead, Sam, and then we'll go to Lena.
All right. So like Julia, I'm also going down the nursing path, and just being in the program, we kind of had a saying of putting others before yourself. So that's kind of like kind of formed that mentality in my head for whatever I do, even if it's not like journalism or broadcast related. It's just putting people before yourself and then just spreading that out all over the world or whatever I choose to do.
Great. Lena?
So I'm actually going into dentistry, or that's the plan for now. And I just really loved doing like kind of aesthetic, creative, artistic kind of things, like with the graphics in our video, and then also other graphics that I've made. So I'm kind of taking in that artistic side and putting it in to hopefully do like kind of cosmetic dentistry, right? And to make it look nice for my patients. And also I'm looking forward to taking what I've learned with working with other people that I've learned is also really important, and telling stories to connect with my patients, like Julia said, and really make them feel comfortable in some procedures that they might not really want to do.
Great. Thank you. Anybody else want to chime in here? All right. So last question. This is the important question, right? To help us with our PSA, because we'll be using obviously this video as a PSA as well. So what's that thing? What's that thing that you learned about leaks that you hope everybody heard? What's that one story, one statement?
We're sneaky.
Say that again?
They're sneaky.
They're bigger than you think.
Yes.
And we can fix them. And every time we fix one, it's just being a more judicious, resourceful person when it comes to manning that resource. That's right. So I really want to congratulate everybody for participating, and thank you so much for your work. And I encourage you all as you go forward, be like Ben, right? Go find a career you love and make community happen while you're doing it, just like you did here. And with that, I would like to turn it back to Ben if you have any final thoughts.
Again, we're just really thankful for the opportunity. And I think one of the things that I think a lot of the students, we talked about a couple things. Number one is you asked about what it is that you can pick up and learn from this, and that's pretty quick, is that you don't have to be a plumber. You don't have to be a water expert. These are all things that teens can do, us as adults can do, looking for a leak and fixing this. And it's very, like, it's not something that is extra tough where you need to be someone in the field to come fix. A simple drop on the water bowl is going to be able to identify it. I also think number two, the challenge for the 6 of them that you're looking at here and the other students in the class is you don't, when we play over 10, less than 15 of these videos to our school, all school year long, they have to be unique and they have to be different. And so I think that is what these individuals and the other ones in the class do too, is they've really pushed themselves to create something that is unique to all their individual videos that we made and turned in. And hopefully you get a chance to see that as well. And then the third thing is I appreciate the kind words, but I'm not anything without the 6 of them and the other students in the program. So I'm very appreciative of all their hard work. I wouldn't be here talking with you if it wasn't for them. So thank you guys so much for the time.
Well put, Ben. And the other thing I would end with before I turn it back to you, Linda, is when in doubt, for customers, call Linda. We're lucky to have Linda. We're lucky to have that whole team, but they've got a team that can go out and help customers. As somebody said, you don't have to be a plumber, and you don't even have to be the one that fixes it. We can send somebody out to help you figure out whether they need more help or whether they can tweak it and just take care of it in the field. Right, Linda? So thank you, Linda, and I'll turn it back to you for closing remarks.
Okay, thank you. Yes, we can. Please give us a call if there are any concerns or questions regarding any leaks. Then yeah, we can help assess. And hopefully, if we can't see you in person, we'll be doing it this way. So I wanted to thank all of the students. Congratulations to all of you that are seniors. And Ben, you're very humble. However, I think it's a little bit of you too, buddy. We've been working with you the last 9 years in this program. So, I mean, we always have a winner from Whitney, or almost always from Whitney. So thank you, Ben, students, Ms. Robert, and any of our viewers that are joining us here. And I just want to remind everyone that the WaterSpots contest is a yearly contest. So hope to see more Whitney students participate again next year, because we'd like to see if we can continue to have PCWA customers sweep the contest. So thank you again, everyone, and be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.